Jack here, JB of Music and Guitar Lessons. In this quick guitar tricks I'll explain some techniques and ideas that are essential for slap guitar. By the end of the video you should have a better understanding of the basic techniques, some new licks or riffs, have a good idea how to integrate this into your own playing, and a solid foundation to build upon for further study. It's quick tricks, so if anything is too fast and you don't catch it, just move the video back or use the cog down in the corner to slow things down. Use every tool at your disposal. In terms of the sound, I'm on my middle and neck pickup with a little bit of the tone rolled down. Got a bit of gain on and have some compression just to help level things out a bit. Have a fiddle about and see what sounds best to you. First up, you're going to have to learn how to slap. To slap, you want to, well, slap the string. The low E is the easiest to do this on. You might find the sound isn't as strong on the thinner strings. I'd suggest coming at this as a sort of combination of almost picking or plucking with your thumb and slapping from directly above. So you want to sort of come at an angle like this. Try doing this across the strings and also experiment with where you need to slap to get the cleanest sound and to avoid unwanted harmonics. You can even sort of alternate slap using an up slap as well. But that won't be necessary for the purposes of this video lesson. Use your left hand whenever possible to mute out potentially unwanted string noise. The next basic technique is to pop. If you play some blues or country, you might very well do this already. Get your finger underneath the string and just sort of snap it up. Just be careful if you keep your nails long not to get them stuck into the string. So let's combine those in a textbook disco octave groove example. I tend to rotate my forearm like this for a kind of slap pop motion. So the first one. Next bar we've got one going between the A and the G string. And the next one between the D and the B string. Keeping the notes really nice and short and staccato here so they don't ring into each other will give you a much punchier, tighter sound. You'll also notice I've given you a 1-4-5 here, so let's make this into something that vaguely resembles music. Almost exactly the same, except we're going to mute the strings for muted slaps and pops. I'm resting my left hand's fingers flat across the strings so there's no obvious pitch, rather just a percussive sound. Try this between different strings to get a feel for it. And slapping on the A. That's all been right hand stuff so far. Well, what about the left? Great question. You can do palm slaps, left hand slaps, whatever you want to call them. It's exactly what it looks like. I'm muting the strings with my first finger, not essential but something I tend to do, then hitting the strings with my second and third fingers. Keep them fairly straight as they connect with the strings and try not to press down too hard so I don't accidentally hammer on notes. Add a muted pop in before and a muted slap after, and we get this funky little group of three. And just to show you how much you can do with this, let's add some natural harmonics on the 5th fret. Where the muted pop used to be. I mean, there's loads of stuff you can kind of do with this, so it's just one little example. Start slowly, and when you feel a sort of natural rolling fluidity between your hands, start to speed it up. I've got some more slap licks coming up, which I'll link to up there when the video is live. Inspiration really can't come from anywhere, so don't limit yourself. You know, if we take the opening from Painkiller by Judas Priest, a classic metal tune, but the intro fill is very typical kind of Scott Travis's drumming style, we can apply that to this muted technique. Inspiration can come from the most unlikely of places. Who would have thought you could take a groove from a metal band and transpose it to funk guitar quite so effectively? So armed with this knowledge, let's take a look at that intro riff. These techniques might take some time to tidy up, but it's always good to have something practical to play about with. So here we go, I'll try and keep it nice and slowly, but they do sound better with some speed on them. always try and keep the videos in this series as short and to the point as possible rather than doing an in-depth analysis. That being said, I'm still going to squeeze in 2 more techniques here. The first is the double slap followed by the pop. The next one here is a similar idea with the left hand mutes. Rather than hitting these 2 fingers at the same time, I'm going to hit with the second finger first and then the third. So we're getting 2 hits out of the left hand. We do the same thing as before, so we do a muted pop, first hit with the left, second hit with the left, and then a muted slap. And this way we get a nice little group of 4. Some final ideas to throw in here. Chromatic notes or accidental notes will sound cool when used in moderation. The Dorian mode is very much your friend, it's going to help get a real funky sound. Slides, hammers, pull-offs are great to sneak in, and accenting less common beats will give you more syncopated feel. For more on that, check out the link up there. Cool, so as always, I really hope this video has been useful for you guys and it's been both speedy and informative. You've not only got some new flashy licks to show off, but you've picked up some new ideas, concepts, techniques. I also have a good understanding how to create something in a similar vein, can call upon these ideas when you want to and have a direction for further study. If that has been the case, you've taken something away, found it insightful, want to show support for the channel, give it a wee pop in that most notorious of algorithms, please do consider to share, like, comment, enable notifications or subscribe if you feel so inclined. Cheers guys.